What if it's not aging? What if it's just missing this? Have you ever stood in the kitchen holding a banana and thought, is this really doing anything for me? I mean, sure, fruit is healthy. That's what we've always been told. But lately, maybe you've been wondering why your joints still ache, your energy still dips after lunch, and your digestion isn't quite what it used to be, even when you're eating healthy. So let me ask you something a little unusual. What if the fruits we grew up with, like apples and oranges, just aren't enough anymore? What if the kind of fruit you need now in your 60s, 70s, or beyond is completely different than what worked for you at 25? Let me tell you a little story because this is personal for me. A close friend of mine, her name is Elaine, she's 68, retired nurse, always prided herself on eating clean. Salads every day. Low sugar. Walks in the park. You know the type. But still, she was struggling. Constant bloating. Her knees hurt every time she climbed the stairs. And worst of all, she just felt flat. Like something vital had gone missing. Then one day after lunch, she reached for a bowl of fruit. Only this time, instead of grapes or an apple, she sliced open a bright yellow papaya her neighbor had dropped off. She ate the whole thing almost without thinking. And that night, for the first time in weeks, she slept all the way through. No stomach rumbling. No tossing and turning. She woke up feeling lighter, clearer, curious. Even so, she started adding more of those tropical fruits. Pineapple, mango, passion fruit when she could find it. Within weeks, things began shifting. Her digestion, smoother than it had been in years. Her knees, less creaky, more flexible. She even told me, I feel like something came back online inside me. Now maybe you're thinking, okay, come on, fruit is fruit. Right. But the truth is, these exotic fruits aren't just colorful treats. They are nutrient-dense powerhouses packed with enzymes, anti-inflammatory compounds, and natural healing agents that many of us in the US just don't get from our regular grocery list. And I want to walk with you through exactly what happens inside your body when you start eating things like pineapple and papaya every day, especially after 60, because the truth is, something amazing happens when you start giving your body what it's been quietly asking for all along. Let's dive in. So let's start with pineapple. Most of us think of pineapple as that sweet, juicy fruit we throw into a fruit salad or maybe grill on a kebab in the summer. But hidden inside that golden flesh is something absolutely extraordinary, especially for older adults. It's called bromelain. And bromelain isn't just a funny-sounding word. It's an enzyme. But not just any enzyme. It's a powerful natural anti-inflammatory that helps your body do something very important: break things down. Now, as we age, one of the biggest hidden struggles our bodies face is inflammation. It creeps into our joints, our digestive system, even our brain. It's the reason your knees feel stiff in the morning, or why your belly feels puffy after eating. It's why you might feel foggy some days, even if you slept okay. Bromelain helps break down the proteins that trigger that inflammation. In other words, pineapple helps quiet the storm. And here's the thing most people don't know. Your body stops making as many natural digestive enzymes after 50. That's why so many folks start feeling bloated or constipated or off after meals as they get older. The food just isn't moving like it used to. But bromelain steps in to help. Picks up the slack. Think of it like a gentle cleanup crew that comes in after every meal, helping your body process everything smoothly and efficiently. Elaine, my friend, she said after just a few weeks of daily pineapple, her digestion felt like it had woken up. That feeling of heaviness after meals? Gone. She felt light again. Comfortable. Normal. But that's not all. Let's talk about papaya. Now, papaya is kind of the unsung hero of the fruit world. It doesn't get the spotlight like pineapple or mango, but it might be one of the most important fruits you could ever eat, especially if you're in your 60s or older. Why? Because of something called papain. Like bromelain, papain is another powerful enzyme. And what it does is help your body break down proteins, especially those sticky, tough proteins that are harder to digest. If you've ever eaten a big piece of meat and felt like it just sat in your stomach like a rock, papain could be your best friend. But papain does more than just help digestion. It's also a natural anti-inflammatory, a wound healer, and has even been studied for its potential to protect the liver and support immune function. And here's something incredible. Papaya is also rich in vitamin C, even more than oranges in many cases. Plus it has vitamin A, folate, and fiber, all crucial nutrients for keeping your eyes, your heart, and your immune system strong. Elaine told me something that stuck with me. She said, "It's like my body stopped fighting me. Once I started eating papaya, everything inside just softened. My joints, my stomach, my mood. I didn't realize how hard my body had been working just to keep up. That hit me, because most of us, especially as we age, we get used to that feeling of struggle. The stiffness, the fatigue, the unpredictable digestion. We start to think, well, that's just part of getting old. But what if it's not? What if the real problem is that we've been feeding ourselves the wrong things? Or not enough of the right things? Let's pause here. I want you to imagine your body as a garden. Over time, the soil gets depleted, right? If you don't rotate the crops, add compost, or give it new nutrients, the plants stop thriving. They might still grow, but they're weaker, more fragile. Your body's the same way. That you've been giving it the same nutrients for decades. Apples, bananas, bread, coffee. It's familiar, comfortable. But maybe, just maybe, it's not what your garden needs anymore. Maybe what your body is really craving are the enzymes and vitamins found in those bright tropical fruits. The ones our ancestors didn't have every day. The ones that didn't grow in our backyards. Let's go deeper. Because there's something truly magical that happens when you begin consistently eating these exotic fruits, especially in combination, pineapple and papaya together. They create a kind of digestive symphony. One breaks down protein, the other soothes inflammation. One clears out the gunk, the other restores the system. And both are gentle, nourishing, and easy for your body to absorb no matter your age. And if you're worried about sugar, because I know that's a common concern, here's what you need to know. Yes, these fruits are naturally sweet. But they're also packed with fiber, which slows down how sugar enters your bloodstream. They don't spike your blood sugar the same way a cookie or soda would. And when eaten as part of a balanced meal, they can actually stabilize your energy, not crash it. And honestly, the benefits far outweigh the sweetness. Better digestion, stronger joints, calmer inflammation, and maybe even something more, something emotional. Because when your body feels lighter, your mind does too. You're more open, more optimistic. You don't dread meals. You don't fear discomfort. You begin to trust your body again. And that trust, that inner peace, that's priceless. I want you to sit with that for a moment. Not just imagine what it would feel like to have better digestion or less inflammation, but to wake up every morning feeling like your body is on your side. Like it's working with you, not against you. That's the power of these fruits. And we're just getting started. In the next chapter, we'll explore how these exotic fruits, pineapple, papaya, mango, and others, can impact your immune system, your energy, and even your brain health. And I'll show you how to bring them into your day without spending a fortune or turning your routine upside down. But for now, just breathe that in. Your body isn't broken, it's just waiting to be fed differently. And I'm here to walk that path with you. A garden for your immune system, mind, and mood. Alright, my friend. Let's pick up where we left off. We've talked about how exotic fruits like pineapple and papaya can help ease digestion, soothe inflammation, and bring a kind of gentle relief to your body, especially when you felt heavy, tired, or just not quite yourself lately. But what if I told you? Those same fruits could also play a major role in protecting your immune system, sharpening your memory, and even lifting your mood. I know, it sounds like a stretch, right? Like something out of a commercial. But stay with me here. Because the science is not only real, it's deeply exciting, especially for those of us in our 60s and beyond who want to live vibrantly, not just exist. So let's talk about your immune system first. You and I both know that as we age, our immune system doesn't bounce back quite the way it used to. You catch a cold and it lingers. A little scratch takes longer to heal. Maybe you feel a bit more vulnerable during flu season than you once did. Now you've probably heard people say, eat more vitamin C. And yes, vitamin C is essential. But not all vitamin C is created equal. In fact, your body absorbs it better from whole foods than from pills or powders. Here's where tropical fruits shine. Take papaya, for example. Just 1 cup of fresh papaya gives you over 100% of your daily vitamin C needs. But more than that, it delivers a cocktail of antioxidants, including beta-carotene, flavonoids, and lycopene, all of which work together to reduce oxidative stress. Now that's a fancy term, so let me explain it simply. Oxidative stress is like rust inside your body. It wears you down slowly. It affects your cells, your tissues, your organs. And it plays a major role in aging, not just how you look, but how you feel and function. When you eat foods rich in antioxidants, you're essentially scrubbing that rust away. You're giving your cells a fresh coat of armor. You're helping your immune system do its job better. Recognize invaders, destroy bad cells, and heal efficiently. Pineapple does the same. Remember bromelain? That powerful enzyme? It not only helps with digestion, it also boosts your body's natural immune response. It's been studied for its ability to fight infections, even to reduce sinus congestion and help the body recover from surgery or injury faster. It's not magic. It's nature working with your biology instead of against it. And you know what's beautiful about it? There are no side effects. No long lists of warnings or potential complications. Just the kind of nourishment your body instinctively understands and welcomes. Now let's turn the page a bit, because this next part might surprise you: your brain, your memory, your clarity. Have you ever walked into a room and forgotten why you were there? Or struggled to recall a name that used to come easily? We laugh about it, call it a senior moment. But deep down there's a worry there, isn't there? Is my mind slipping? Is this normal? Or is it something more? I want you to hear this clearly. Your brain is not destined to decline. And food, especially certain fruits, can make a powerful difference. Let's go back to mango for a moment. Mango is rich in vitamin B6, which is essential for healthy brain function. B6 helps your brain produce neurotransmitters, chemicals that support mood, memory, and alertness. It's kind of like giving your brain a spark plug every morning. Mango also contains something called glutamine acid, which supports concentration and memory. And don't forget the fiber and antioxidants. They help reduce inflammation in the brain, which researchers are now linking to conditions like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. But here's the part that really hit me when I was doing this research. Studies show that people who consume more fruits high in polyphenol, those powerful antioxidants found in tropical fruits, have a significantly lower risk of cognitive decline as they age. That means better recall, sharper thinking, more emotional resilience. Imagine that. Now think about your morning routine. A simple fruit bowl, a smoothie, a slice of pineapple, a spoonful of papaya. These tiny daily choices, they don't just taste good. They protect you in ways we're only beginning to fully understand. And speaking of protection, let's talk about something even deeper. Your mood. Because let's be honest, this stage of life is emotional. That you've worked hard. You've raised a family. You've given so much of yourself over the years. But now maybe the house is quieter. The days feel longer. The purpose, the rhythm, it's shifted. Sometimes even when your body is doing okay, your heart feels heavy. And here's something few people talk about. Your gut and your brain are deeply connected. In fact, scientists call the gut the second brain. Why? Because about 90% of your serotonin, your feel-good hormone, is produced in the gut, not in the brain. In the gut. So if your digestion is off, if your gut is inflamed, if you're constipated or bloated or just not processing food well, it affects more than your body. It affects your mind. That's why people often say, I just feel off. Or, I'm not myself lately. Even when nothing obvious is wrong. But here's the beautiful part. When you eat foods that nourish your gut like pineapple and papaya, you're also nurturing your mood. You're creating a healthier gut environment. More good bacteria. Less inflammation. Better serotonin production. You're literally feeding your happiness. Elaine, my friend I told you about? She said something to me after a few months of eating tropical fruit daily. She said, I don't just feel better physically. Feel more like myself again. I smile more. I laugh more. I'm not as anxious. It's like I got a little piece of my joy back. That moved me. Because joy, that feeling of lightness, contentment, connection, it's not something you outgrow. It's not something you have to give up as you get older. If anything, you deserve it more now than ever. And something as simple as a bowl of fresh mango or a cup of ripe papaya can become a gentle daily ritual, a way of saying to yourself, I matter. I deserve to feel good. So let me ask you something. When was the last time you gave your body something that felt like a gift? Not a supplement, not a medication, but a real living food bursting with color, flavor, and healing power. It doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be expensive. You can buy frozen pineapple or papaya at most grocery stores these days. You can slice it up and add it to yogurt. Blend it into a smoothie. Eat it fresh in the morning sunlight, like a quiet promise to yourself. It's not just about fruit. It's about reclaiming your energy, your clarity, your joy. In the next chapter, we're going to talk about how to make exotic fruits a sustainable part of your lifestyle, without overwhelm, without blowing your budget, And without having to change everything at once, that will cover how to shop, what to look for, when to eat them, and even how to prepare them so they support your body all day long. But for now, I want you to remember this. You are not stuck. You are not broken. You are not too late. Your body is alive. It's listening. And every bite you take can be a step toward healing, energy, and peace. How to make exotic fruits a simple, healing habit for life. Here we are, my friend. We've traveled through what happens inside your body, the quiet healing that starts when you begin feeding yourself with fruits like pineapple, papaya, and mango. We've seen how they can soothe inflammation, support digestion, sharpen your mind, lift your mood, and even protect your immune system. But now comes the most important part. How do you actually make this a habit, a real, sustainable part of your life? Without it feeling like a chore or some expensive trend, because let's be honest, you don't want another thing on your should-do list. You want something that feels good, natural, like a small joy you actually look forward to. So let's talk about how to make that happen. Start simple. Start small. You don't need to fill your fridge with every fruit from the equator. You don't have to suddenly change your entire diet. In fact, that's one of the biggest mistakes people make. They try to do too much, too fast, and then give up. Instead, I want you to think of this like planting a seed. One small thing. Done regularly. Watered with intention. And over time, it grows. Here's where I recommend you begin. Pick one fruit. Just one. Either pineapple or papaya, whichever one is easier for you to find, more appealing, or just feels right to try first. Now ask yourself this, where in my day can I easily enjoy this? For some people, it's breakfast. For others, it's a refreshing afternoon snack. Or maybe a light, soothing dessert after dinner. Wherever it fits best in your rhythm, make that your starting point. Now let's get practical. How to shop smart, even on a budget. I know what you might be thinking. Aren't tropical fruits expensive? They can be, but they don't have to be. You just need a few little tricks. 1. Buy frozen when fresh is pricey. Frozen pineapple, papaya, mango. They're just as nutritious. Sometimes even more so because they're frozen at peak ripeness. And they last much longer, which means no waste. Toss frozen fruit into a blender with a little water or almond milk. Boom, instant smoothie. Or just let it thaw and enjoy it with a spoon. 2. Look for sales and store brands. Many major grocery chains in the US now carry their own tropical fruit brands. Watch for sales. Stock up when prices drop. Frozen fruits especially can sit in your freezer for weeks or months. 3. Try canned, but check the label. If fresh or frozen aren't available, canned pineapple or papaya can work. Just make sure it's packed in 100% juice, not syrup. No added sugars, no artificial stuff. Just fruit. 4. Buy in bulk and share. Split a bag of frozen mango or papaya with a friend or neighbor. It's a great way to save and keep each other motivated. Remember, you don't need a lot. Just a small daily serving, about half a cup to 1 cup, is enough to start making a difference. Easy ways to eat exotic fruit. Even if you're not a smoothie person, let's talk about how to eat these fruits in a way that feels natural, satisfying, and easy. 1. The breakfast boost. Add chopped pineapple or papaya to your morning oatmeal, yogurt, or cereal. It adds sweetness, fiber, and those precious enzymes that kickstart your digestion. 2. The gentle smoothie. Blend a handful of frozen papaya or pineapple with half a banana, a little unsweetened almond milk, and a sprinkle of cinnamon. It's smooth, comforting, and gives your body a gentle wake-up. 3. Midday reset snack. Keep a small bowl of chopped fruit in the fridge. Mid-afternoon, when your energy dips, grab a few bites. It's far better than reaching for cookies or chips, and your gut will thank you. 4. After dinner digestive support. Eating pineapple or papaya after a heavier meal can help your body digest better, especially if you had protein like chicken, beef, or fish. Those enzymes go to work, easing the load on your stomach. 5. A simple fruit salad with a twist. Try combining chopped mango, papaya, and pineapple with a squeeze of lime and a dash of cinnamon or mint. It's refreshing, delicious, and feels like a tropical vacation in a bowl. You don't need fancy recipes. You just need to listen to your body and enjoy the process. This isn't about being perfect. It's about paying attention. The emotional side of eating. Now, let's talk about something deeper. Food isn't just fuel. It's comfort. It's memory. It's culture. It's family. Maybe you grew up with different fruits, apples in lunchboxes, oranges at Christmas, bananas in cereal. Exotic fruits might feel foreign or even not for me. But here's what I want you to remember. This is your time. This chapter of life, it's yours. And it's okay to explore. to nourish yourself in new ways, to give yourself permission to try something different, not because you're chasing a trend, but because your body is evolving. You're not who you were at 25. Your body's needs have changed. Your spirit has changed. And that's not a loss, it's a beautiful opportunity. And here's the secret nobody tells you. When you start feeding yourself well, you start treating yourself differently. You hold your head a little higher. You move with more grace. You sleep better. You laugh easier. You feel younger, not because of your age, but because of your energy. It starts with a single choice. A piece of fruit. A few quiet minutes at the table. A message to your body that says, I'm here. I care, and it builds. Quietly. Powerfully. Like roots growing deep underground. Your new routine, gentle, flexible, real. Let's build something together. Something you can actually live with. Here's a simple starter routine. Morning. A few slices of pineapple with your breakfast. Midday. A smoothie with papaya and banana. Evening. A mango slice after dinner or fruit salad with lime. That's it. You don't need to eat all three every single day. Just choose one. Start there. And if you miss a day, no guilt. No starting over. Just pick up where you left off. Your body is incredibly forgiving and every day is a fresh start. Let this be the beginning, so let me leave you with this. This journey toward better digestion, clearer thinking, stronger immunity, more vibrant living. It's not about doing everything right. It's about doing something small, something healing, something loving. Adding pineapple or papaya to your day might seem like a simple thing, but when done with care, it's revolutionary, because it's not just food, it's a message. A message that says, I'm not giving up on myself. I deserve to feel good. My body is still worthy of nourishment and joy. So go ahead. Pick out that papaya. Slice that pineapple. Let the juice run down your hand a little. Smile. This is your time. And I'm so proud of you for even being here. For listening. For caring about yourself enough to explore something new. You're not just adding fruit. You're planting a garden inside yourself. One that will grow health, clarity, and peace for years to come. And I'll be here cheering you on every step of the way. You've got this.